It's Screech, and for today's tutorial we are leaving FL Studio, making a more general video on how to make a thumbnail for free using Canva. Canva does also have a pro version, as you can see right here, upgrade, and yes, they kind of push it, but there is absolutely no need to use it. So go ahead and start when you come to canva.com, which you might have to create an account or whatever. Not hard, you've done that before. And then what you want to do is, well, and you can see you can use this for a lot more than just thumbnails. But for a thumbnail, you want to go to the presentation, which as you can see is 920 by 1080p. So just click on that and it'll open up in a new tab, which is nice. And so I am basically going to be recreating my thumbnail from yesterday's video. Just because, I haven't made any videos today. So the first step that I always do is get a background picture. So yesterday's video was a G-Eazy type beat, so I just got a picture of G-Eazy. Just search whatever it is you're making a video on and get a general picture of it, and then you go over here to uploads, and as you can see, here is the picture of G-Eazy. Well, and what you'll do is just upload the image and find where you save the image to, and all I'm going to do is just click it and drag it over. And since this is a full-size picture, it will initially snap to like the whole thing, but for the aesthetic that I created in yesterday's video, I'm basically going to put it off to the side here, and then using this little thing, drag it so that it kind of takes up the whole, so there's no white space down here. And I think I had it about there. And so I have left, so I have the picture of G-Eazy, and then I've left the space to actually put the title of the video, or just whatever you want to put in the thumbnail. It can be useful to have something slightly different than your title. There's really too many possibilities to go over. And so the next thing we're going to do, which there, as you can see, are a lot of options to play with. And I'm sure there are more in-depth tutorials that I'm going to do. But all I do is get a background and put some text on it. So I'm going to go over here to text, and then click add a heading. I never really use, first of all, I never use any of these like preset things, and I never use like subheading or add a little bit of body of text. Obviously if you're doing like many layers, I guess you could do that, but even like in this thumbnail I do have 2 layers of text, and I just use the main heading option for both of them, because obviously you can resize this just like the image, move it around just like an image. And so yeah, I basically got this made it bigger because G-Eazy is a short word, and then basically I'm going to highlight this, and then just G-Eazy, and I'm not going to get like the exact font and stuff. I don't really remember, maybe I do, but and so obviously it's shorter, so I'll make that bigger, and then just move it over maybe a little smaller, and play around with it, get it right, and just something like that. And then I'm just going to highlight it if I can. Alright, that was hard for some reason. And across this top toolbar here, these are your options for the text. So as you can see, you've got your font, your size, and the text color, bold, italicize, stuff you've probably seen before. Whoopsies. And so anyway, I'm just going to change the font. I think the one I used was this. And so resize it so that it fits, and probably gonna make that a little bit bigger just because the font was smaller. As you can see, when I do drag it out like that, it'll change the font size. And then so I put G-Eazy and then type beat, So I'm going to go back over to text, and like I said, I always just use heading. So even though it is a subheading, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to use the subheading option, and I just moved it under. It'll give you the little line to center it with the other text, and then so type, please type eat. So, and then make that a little bigger. Line it up again, and let's see, that's good. And then I made that just the same font, and that's pretty much it. That's what the thumbnail looked like. Obviously, I could make a super long video that could teach you how to kind of do everything, but this is good to get you started to make a decent looking thumbnail. Thumbnails are let me go ahead and get this out of the way before I try to extend my watch time. To save it, which you can change the title. What I found is even if you change this title, it will still save as whatever is right here. So I usually save it as like thumbnail, but then when I search for thumbnail when I'm trying to upload the video, it won't come up. I don't really know a way around it. You have to search for basically whatever the first thing is you type in. That's what it's going to save as. But you go to this little download option, and then for YouTube, I don't really, you can be using whatever, Pinterest or something. They might allow you to upload a larger image file, but for YouTube, you need a JPEG. If you save it as a PNG, YouTube is going to say that the file is too big because there's a limit on file size. So yeah, once you do that, just go to download, and it'll do this, give you a little quote there, and then it will push Canva Pro. So anyway, that's pretty much the video. I don't know, I'm just gonna ramble for a little bit more. Like I said in my last video, watch time, I need it. So yeah, if you are a small YouTuber like me, and most YouTubers are small, thumbnails is something that you can do to kind of improve your click-through rate, and what you can now see in YouTube Studio, if you go to your analytics and then go to reach viewers, I believe, you can see the number of impressions your video makes. And I think Friday I'm going to look at my YouTube analytics, because it's been about a year since I started this channel, since I started really posting it, not since I created it. So I'm just going to make like a 1 year update on my growth. Fuck with this. Anyway, so my click-through rate on, I have another channel that's kind of just random stuff. I don't put a lot of effort into the videos, and I don't make like thumbnails or anything. And for this channel, which first of all, I just have a better audience. But I'm able to get the click-through rate on my impressions is almost 12%, and it's rising for this channel. And then on my other channel, which I have even more subscribers, I have 1,300 subscribers on that channel, and my click-through rate is like 4 point something percent. So uploading consistently and making good thumbnails is something that can really uploading consistently doesn't mean keeping a regular posting schedule, although that's part of it. What that really means is posting the same type of content, but in a way that's still creative, and so anyway, I think that's good enough. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this was valuable to you.